So you're still trying to figure out what are the 4 ways that you can do to go out and make money? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about the 4 ways that I've learned from Robert Kiyosaki about how you can go out and make money. Coming up. How's it going, everybody? This is Billy Keels with Keep On Cashflow, and I'm back once again to continue to share tips and strategies that are going to help you to go out and make more money. They're going to help you to have more control of your free time and ultimately live with less stress. So if it's your first time to our channel, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to the channel? And you're going to want to make sure that you stick around to the very end, because you're going to have a chance to check out any of the links as well as the comments that are going to be listed here in the video. But as for today, I wanted to come back to this topic that I talk about all the time, and I get questions. And it's like, how do you go out and actually make money? Because everybody is in different points of their life and their career. And there is nothing better that I've found to really help understand and educate on the different ways that you can go out and make money. Some would say to go out and make money in a capitalistic society, but the one way that I've learned is by playing my favorite game of all time, which is Cashflow 101. And in Cashflow 101, it breaks it down into a very simple way of understanding how anyone can go out and make money, right? And whether you want to do that actively or passively, Robert Kiyosaki does an excellent job, in my opinion, of explaining the 4 ways. He breaks it down in such an easy way. And because of this, I want to share this with you. I share this at all of my Cashflow 101 games. By the way, if you're in Barcelona and you haven't been to one of the Cashflow 101 games, you definitely need to do that. Check it out at keeponcashflow.com/events. But let's talk about the 4 different ways that you can go out and make money. And I'll break them down in a very simple, easy way, just like I've seen from Robert Kiyosaki. First of all, he talks about the E, which is the employee. The E stands for employee. And with an employee, we basically see someone who is probably like more than 90% of the population in the world that's working. Someone who is ultimately going out and working, and they are trading time for dollars, right? Or for currency, or for fiat currency, whatever you want to call it, but you're basically trading time for some type of compensation. If you're not working, you're not getting compensated. And so whether that's somebody who does like me in the multinational, which most of you are in big multinationals and you're out there, and the thing is, if you don't go to work, you don't get a paycheck. Whether you're working in a multinational or you're working at a local store, the thing is, you need to be going to work, getting out of bed, and being someplace, either virtually or physically, to be able to receive compensation. That's the first way that you can go out and make money, is as an employee. The second way that you can go out and make money is as a sole proprietor, right? As having a really small business. And depending on where you live in the world, it's usually someone that has highly specialized skills, but it's usually one person. So imagine like a highly paid consultant. Imagine a doctor. Can you imagine a lawyer? Like, those professions actually earn a lot more money per hour, but if they don't work, like if a consultant's not working, if they're not at a customer site, they're not making any money. If a doctor's not with patients, they're not making any money. And if a lawyer doesn't have clients that they're defending, guess what? They're not making any money either. So they have to have, they're making a lot more per hour or per visit or per whatever their metric is, but if they're not working, they're with someone, they're not making any money, right? And so that's really the employee and the sole proprietor. Then what he's done in this super simple way is put it in this quadrant, right? And if you look on the other side of the quadrant, you have 2 different ways to make money. And the first is the business owner. And the business owner is someone who actually goes out and controls a system. And so the beauty of a business owner is, imagine, like, if you can think of any kind of franchise in the world, like the person that owns the franchise is probably not the person that's working behind the desk asking how many more fries you want with that, or would you like an upsell for this, or would you like a whatever the case may be, because the business owner is someone who manages or owns that system. So whether or not that person is physically on the property or at the store or wherever their business, if it's online, even if they're not there, the processes still work, are still functioning, and that person is actually owning the entire system. So that's another way to do it, right? Where your payment is more tied to a result. It's not tied to whether or not you're there or you're working, because many business owners, they're not physically in the place of business that they own. However, their business is still working. Like, we can think of someone who, like Steve Jobs, he wasn't there. Or think of like big high-tech companies. Michael Dell, he's probably not actually physically shipping the computers that go out the door, or the storage systems, or any of that kind of stuff. He owns the entire system, right? So I think you get the point. Try to keep it simple, but that's the business owner. And lastly is the investor. This is the fourth way you can make money. And if you can imagine someone like probably the most famous investor that we know of in our time is Warren Buffett. And what does Warren Buffett do that is super simple, super easy, and extremely profitable? He goes out and he uses his money to bring back a lot more money. That's the simplicity of what an investor does. Like, in its simplest, easiest form, an investor uses their money to go out and bring back more money. Now, they spend a lot of time building up the way that they understand money and the opportunities and things like that. But in its most simple form, an investor uses money or capital to go out and bring back more capital, right? And so that the investor, once again, they don't have to be in the place that they're investing for their money to be working more, right? I mean, it's a great example, like Warren Buffett. I don't know where he is, but his money is and the ownership that he has in different companies, and the way that he's using his intellectual capital to go out and create financial returns is, well, it's a simple way to do things. So those are the four things. Like, and can you imagine if you're like a business owner who was also investing? Like, that just becomes like, wow, it's amazing, because you are making your money work and you're controlling a system and you're not tied to a specific place. So in the very same way that you may own a real estate company, or you may be an investor in real estate. You can combine lots of different ways. So anyway, I wanted to share these four simple things with you. Once again, just a quick recap. You can be an employee trading time for dollars. You can be a sole proprietor who's trading more time, bigger compensation for time, or time for dollars, I like to call it. You can be a business owner, someone who owns and controls a system, or you can be an investor, someone who actually makes their money go out and bring back more money. So if you found this video useful, I'm going to ask that you share it with others, that you leave your comments, something that you liked, something that you didn't like. Everything is accepted here. So feel free to leave your comments. And also, if you are interested in understanding more about the step-by-step, a very simplified way of looking how you can get started in your first rental property, or looking to scale it up, I've written a free ebook for you. You can pick that up at keeponcashflow.com/roadmap. This is Billy Keels. Looking forward to reading your comments, responding to you. And as I always like to say, everybody, hasta la próxima.